I'm wondering to myself if sitting here in silence would count as a unicorn transmission. There's a lot of activity going on in the neighborhood, a lot of spring cleaning, and as I moved around trying to find a quiet place to do our recording, I gave up really quick. Everybody's out, it's that season. And then I was reminded that the stillness comes from within. So even though it's really busy in the neighborhood right now, as I begin this transmission, there's a stillness in me and this peace, and that's all I want to share. There's these beautiful little white flowers in the grass, and it's so magical right now. Like, can that be the transmission? But alas, it is not, and we are here to commune with the unicorns. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking a moment to share with me and the unicorns and this amazing energy that's out here right now in this beautiful moment. So we're going to start with some breath work and a visualization before we jump into the transmission. So taking a deep breath in. On the exhale, just allow yourself to be wherever you are. Whatever came before this video, whatever's coming after. Right now, our breath, this moment, that's all we have. On your next inhale, we're going to breathe in a golden white light. To some, this is known as the Christ light. And if you have an uncomfortable energy around the word Christ, then just breathe in the golden white light. And I do want to share that the Christ light is a universal light. It has nothing to do with any one group or organization or religion. This is a universal light. So we're going to breathe in golden white light. And on the next exhale, in your mind's eye, see yourself climbing onto the back of a unicorn, with the unicorn's permission, of course. And they did give permission because they asked that we do this this visualization before we started the transmission. So you do have permission, but just check in with the unicorn to get up on the unicorn's back. And you're going to start across the celestial skies, the celestial seas. The unicorn's just going to take you out into the cosmos. And you're going to reach a gateway called Lacume. See yourself on the unicorn's back, traveling through the cosmos till you reach the gateway of Lacume. And there you will dismount the unicorn, giving thanks for the ride. When you are ready, you will step through the gateway of Lacume. And before you will be many pools, ponds, lakes maybe, The visual might be slightly different for everybody. Trust what images appear for you. But as you move through the gateway, you will see pools of shimmering gold and white light. When you are ready and you have chosen one of the pools, go ahead and walk towards the pool. Step into the pool and begin to bathe yourself in the gold and white light. This Christ light that we speak of, source love energy, frequency. Go ahead, splash in it, pour it over your face, let it move through your hair all the way down. Bathing in this gold and white light. When you have completed this cleansing, this purification in the golden white light, go ahead and step out of the pool. Go back the way you came to the entrance, the gateway of La Cume. And there the unicorn will be waiting for you. Your guardian unicorn will be there, and again, you will ask permission, climb up onto the unicorn. And then begin your travels back to the body, here and now. Back to the body, here and now. Back to the body, here and now. The reason the unicorns asked us to do this visualization, this connecting to the Christ consciousness, is because today's transmission is very heart-opening, and for the time that we find ourselves right now on the planet, the message without that practice that we just did might feel a little surreal, unrealistic. I'm not sure what word you want to use. I know I had challenges this morning. I was sitting in the transmission, receiving, taking notes on today's transmission, and I was like, oh, I can't say that. Oh, I can't share that. And I was hyperventilating during the transmission. And so they were clear, though. This is what we need right now. This is, not all of us will get today's message, and that's okay. But those that have pushed play, who have stopped in their busy schedule to listen to this, at some level, will be ready for this frequency. So, my ego aside, they invited me to do this visualization that we just did together to open the heart space, to cleanse the system, to bring us up, if you will. Remember, when I say up and down, it's not a right or wrong, a good or bad, a better or worse. Just to bring us to a place where we can receive the message of the unicorns. So this is April's transmission. And I think the biggest thing, and I know we've talked about this in other transmissions, but the biggest thing is staying focused on the vision. And that's one of the places this morning where I was hung up, because the vision is just very cloudy right now. The vision is very distorted with the heaviness of planet Earth. And I was like, whoa, I can't share this. No. And so what they were talking about is reminding us to unplug our dream, our vision, from the main circuit of the collective vision is very chaotic right now, to unplug from that and plug in to a vision that resonates more with your personal dream, right? We all have personal dreams, and then we plug into the bigger dream, and that's where we do the manifesting and the co-creating in this 3D reality. And because of this 3D reality right now, it doesn't matter what we're talking about, whether it's government systems, health, finances, like you can't go anywhere where there's not some kind of chaos going right now. And that's okay. The earth had a contract as well and is working through some karmic stuff, and we're here in humanity working some karmic stuff, and it's all part of a bigger process. But we don't need to stay plugged in. And I'm not saying don't be informed. I'm not saying do your homework, research, figure out where that truth is in all of the busyness out there with information. But there has to be a moment where you say, whoop, that doesn't resonate with my dream, and I unplug, and then I plug back in to a place that does resonate. Whether that's in a circle of friends, local community, a collective, more global community. If you're here doing that bigger work, you know, it's different for everybody. Not everybody's here doing big collective work. Some of us are more small community based. It's all beautiful. It's all helping the healing of all of humanity. When we take a moment to pause and unplug from the collective dream and plug our vibration back into something that resonates more to help keep the heart open, we're actually sending a frequency out into the collective that will actually help our brothers and sisters on the other side of the pond that might be struggling at this time. Brothers and sisters that might be struggling in the healthcare system or education system. I mean, like, all the systems are failing. So crashing, I don't even know, failing we already saw. I think we're already crashed and just kind of going through the muck right now. But when we unplug and then plug into something that resonates more with our heart, brings us joy, feels good in the heart space, even if it's for moments at a time, that shift in energy, because we're all these antenna beings, will vibrate out, and it does help the movement of the healing process. And the example that the unicorn shared this morning was, look at how Mercury retrograde affects a lot of people and communications and systems on this planet, right? What is it, 3 or 4 times a year? I don't know. I'm not an astrologer. Mercury goes into retrograde, and it affects many of us. I know back in the day when I first learned about Mercury retrograde, it was really intense, but it's not that big a deal anymore. I mean, I feel it, but I'm not like freaking out the way I used to. That also comes with healing. But the point is, there's this planet out there past the treetops, past our atmosphere, that can affect how things flow and move here on planet Earth, right? With our appliances, with our electronics, our technology, with a simple phone call, right? If that planet out there can affect movement here, how do our thoughts not affect our brothers and sisters on the other side of the pond, down the street, in the healthcare service, in the education service, in the spiritual communities? It does make a difference. So we're not saying don't be informed, don't know what's going on in your community, in your country, on the planet. That's not what the message is. But you only need so much of that kind of knowing before you unplug and find a new plug to connect and remember what your dream, your vision is. Staying connected to that vision. Connecting with other dreamers out there that have the same or similar vision. Finding what feels good in the heart. If the heart isn't open, Why engage? Practicing what keeps the heart open for you. So, while buying shirts and donating money to different organizations so that you have a sense of, oh, I did something to contribute, is a great practice. We're not knocking that practice. What we are saying is that if you don't have funds to donate or a t-shirt to buy or whatever other projects are going on out there, really busy out here. Really busy. If you don't have the means to financially support this or that, or you can't get on a flight to go and help in a neighboring country right now, that's okay. You can help in huge ways by being aware of what's going on in your thought process, by being aware of what your vision is, by being aware of how you treat people in your family, in your community, in your work relations. Like, are you being a douchebag at work? Because if you are, you're contributing to the bombing. You're contributing to the abuse of systems and programs all over the planet. So kind of checking yourself. How am I showing up in all my relationships right now? How am I showing up on the road? Wow. I can't believe that people still practice road rage. That's a really interesting one. Because that energy, and you're moving at fast speeds on the road, that energy just psh, 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 and all that contributes to the chaos. So am I contributing to the chaos, or am I contributing to the healing that's also happening at the same time as the chaos? So not just the chaos is happening, the healing is also happening. But where is your focus? Where your focus is what you're going to see every time you go online. Community has never been more important than it is right now in this moment as you're watching this video. And not just your local farmers market, but community on this planet, community, the earth, in connection to all the other planets, community, this universe, and the other universes. Like, it is so much. It's so big, and we all have a part in it. How little or how small depends on how you're showing up here. The unicorns have been here for a long time, ready to access, to communicate with us. We are finally at a place in the collective where we can actually meet them at a frequency, right? They can't come to planet Earth anymore. It got too heavy. They once roamed here. And in some traditions, they say there's still portals on the planet where they can come through and be with us in the physical. But for the most part, in order to sense the unicorns in your day-to-day, we have to elevate our frequency. And again, don't take that and twist it into a right or wrong, good or bad, I'm more elevated than you kind of stuff. It's just more like the radio dial. I know you've heard me talk about the old-fashioned radios where you turn the dial and it was static until you came into a channel, and then you would hear talking or music. That's what I mean when I say elevate. The energies move more like this and not like this, but for some reason we talk about it like this. They are here to support us, to help us, the unicorns and other star beings, to remember after a busy day in the 3D world. They are here to help us remember to elevate that frequency, to remember to find what feels good, to stay connected to that vision, even when it feels like everything's being shut down around us. It's not being shut down, it's crumbling down so that we can rebuild. Just like all the chaos and all the heaviness on the planet is an option to tune into, so is joy and so is love. It's right there. There's all this chaos happening and there's all this healing happening, and they're happening side by side. You get to choose. So you can choose joy, you can choose love. And I don't mean that in a hippy dippy, airy fairy sort of way. I mean, like, you can choose a healthy snack or an unhealthy snack. You can choose to get on the yoga mat or to skip a day. And nothing bad will happen, right? Like if tomorrow morning I wake up and I don't want to get on the yoga mat, that's okay. That's okay. The world's not going to come crumbling down. I mean, I might feel a little stiff, but it was a choice. So we can choose to just grind the chaos over and over and over again, or we can choose to be like, all right, that's enough. I'm going to find what feels good. I'm going to find that joy. I'm going to connect. And connecting is different for everybody, right? For me, it's sitting out here. For others, it's singing, dancing, painting, running, lifting weights. It's different for everybody. Find what helps that heart stay open. Make that choice. Just know that you have a choice. Even if in the moment on the side of the road, flat tire, doesn't look like the choice is going to be joy and laughter because now I'm late for an appointment and I've just made other people late in a whole bigger process. And so my wheels are turning and I'm stressed about that. Even in that moment, I have a choice that as soon as I get the tire fixed, as soon as I get back on track, whatever that track is, to bring it back to joy. Or I could carry out that morning flat tire the whole entire day, and everybody I meet's gonna hear about my flat tire for the whole entire day. Or I can handle the tire, figure out where I am in my day, if I can get to my appointment or not, reschedule or not, and shift back into joy. Joy and love is a birthright. Know this, feel this, be aware of it. Know that you have access. The unicorns have walked with humanity for many generations. They have seen us go through hardships before. This one is a huge one because it's not just a little bit of growth. We've got big, big stuff on the horizon, all of us. And what the unicorns have witnessed over the multiple generations that they've experienced and watched us is that during hardship, our hearts actually crack open so that we can choose love and joy And it's in those moments of great despair, great confusion, that watching a baby laugh and play and pull flowers and watching a bird in the trees can bring you so much love, so much joy, so much clarity in the deepest, deepest, darkest moments. Feel for those moments. Stay open to those opportunities. The unicorns invite us to not lose hope. To have faith in our own navigation system. To believe that each of us have access to these light beings, unicorns, elementals. It's different for everybody. It happens to be unicorns today. We each have a direct line, and they invite you to pick up that line, have a conversation, sit down at the drawing board with the unicorns, revisit that vision, those plans. They might need a little readjusting. There is so much opportunity right now. In all this chaos and all this craziness, there is so much opportunity, brothers and sisters. There's opportunity to heal generations of bullshit and trauma. There's opportunity to rebuild a heart-centered planet, community, neighborhood. That pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is not so fantasy. Because if you look in that pot of gold, what you will find will be different for each one of us. It's what's in alignment with the heart. So the next time you're out in nature, rainbow appears before you, go ahead, look in the cauldron, look in the pot of gold, and see what's in there. Your dream, your vision, your desires, and they will meld and weave with the collective. You just gotta know when to plug in and when to plug out. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to the unicorns for guiding me through these transmissions. I kind of like this style better. It's like too much energy coming through when I'm trying to transmit and record. So the way I did it this month, I think I like it. I might keep doing it this way. Who knows? We'll see next month, right? That's it. We're good. That first part of the video, the visionary meditation thing we did, take it. It's yours. Practice. Play with it. Go to those pools of Christ light and bathe in it daily. We all have access to that. It's not the Christ-like pools. It's not for one group, one religious practice, one organization. So if it resonated with you, take it. It's yours. Keep playing with it. All right? It wasn't mine. It was shared with me. So it's not mine to hold. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One more thing before we check out. If this resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification. Those 4 things will just help, the whole 3D part of this, which is generating more light to this channel. So that I can do other projects that are coming through that I would love to share with you guys. But I need a little bit bigger audience. Not much. I'm not looking at numbers. Just need a little bit bigger audience so I can do some other fun things with you guys here on this channel. So, all right, remember those 4 things. If you feel called, no pressure, but it really does help. It makes a difference. And remember, this is ET technology. This isn't ego stuff that I'm talking about. The whole 4 little tasks. It's an off-planet technology, so that's it. Mwah. Thanks everybody for being here, for checking out another unicorn transmission, and we'll see you next month.